Hello everybody, how is it going? So, we're on some more Kinemon, up against Law. I believe there's 2 games against this guy. We don't see the Okiku, we're forced to go first. It's not looking like the most optimal start. We also really don't have anything to rest stuff, but we just draw an Izo like a champ, so now we do. Don't play our Bonney. Don't do it. How many times do I gotta tell you people? No, seriously. Yeah, I'd never play my Bonney against Kinemon, especially when he has the Dons and stuff. Probably should have just started his turn with the Don rather than the Nami, because he does have 2. And I think he grabs the chopper off both of them. So yeah, I think, yeah, definitely just start the game playing the Don, and then play, like next turn you can play the Don, see what you find, play the Nami, see what you find. And then you can just, obviously he finds a chopper, so he can just play one of the choppers and that fills out his curve and he doesn't have to worry about losing the Bonney there. Definitely was a better play. But we grab another Izo. I would think Momo was off life, Izo was our draw. We play the Momo after using our leader effect, so we still get the discount. And I was looking for an Okiku there, obviously. I mean, come on. Don't find it, so I'll just play down the Izo, tap it to Dawn. And I think this is another pretty big misplay he makes. When you're in this scenario, when I have 2 swings at a character, don't defend it like that, especially if it's just a 3k body. Just let it go and allow yourself to take a life so you see more cards. I felt like that was not necessary, but he finds another Bonney, so it's good for him. He's still in it. Hopefully he finds a blocker law to bounce it this turn, so I can't just remove it. Finds a Beji off the Bonney. Does have 2 choppers, and we know that, so he can play both, and then use his leader effect. But he plays the Beji, so yeah, either one works. So we know 1 card in hand is the chopper. I think that's all we know. I think he whiffed off the Nami, if I remember correctly. We grab an Okiku off life, that's pretty good. He should be, okay, just bounces into a chopper. He doesn't clear my Momo or my Izo, so definitely, he's trolling right now, he's trolling. Definitely should have just at least swung your Nami into my Momo. You can leave me with the Izos, I guess, but at least clear the Momo. It's free cards, even though I whiff, but still. So we can't use leader effect. We can play like a Krieg, but I don't know how much we really want to do that. We'll probably just play the Law to replay like an Izo, or play down our Okiku over the Izo. Or maybe we'll just take the Momo back, either one. Yeah, we'll take the Momo back. And I'm not going to hit his life because I know he has no targets to bounce into. And I make him sack off a character here if he wants to search with Bonney again. Goes 1 Dawn on lead. 2 Dawn on lead. Attacks me for 7. I'll probably still take. Or I could, yeah, block counter. Either one. I shouldn't really be too worried. Doesn't really have any attackers established or anything like that. Taps 3 to play a Rush Zoro. Interesting. Sacks off to Dawn. Goes 1 Dawn on Zoro. Attacks for 6 into my blocker law. I'll probably defend it. Pretty easy to defend. We'll chuck the Momo for a 1k counter. I know I wanted to save him to search, but I didn't really want to drop a 2k counter. And he bounces into a Bonney. He's definitely struggling right now. I think he definitely could have just, if he was going to sack off to the Dawn anyway, you might as well have just played the Bonney and see what he found, because then he could just pick back up the Bonney and play the Zoro. But, you know, it's fine. We'll play down our 3rd Izo. We'll tap the Bonney, swing Okiku into the Bonney, tap the Nami. No point in resting one of the blockers. He has 3. It's kind of whatever. We just wanted some small body we can swing an Izo into. I'll let the Bonney go. We'll attack for 3 at the Nami. I'll let the Nami go. We don't have a ton of great plays this turn. We could leave up a Punk Gibson and continue clearing his board. Or we could swing life with Izo. I think that's what we'll end up doing. Eventually we're going to have to hit him. We've taken a lot from him. We've taken his Bonney. I'm only going to give him 1 life though. Should have honestly just attacked with leader, but it's whatever. If he wants to swing him at Izos, that's cool. He'll play down a Nami, pick up a 2k counter Brook. Plays down the Zoro again. Goes Dawn on Zoro, 2 Dawn on Zoro. Attacks my life for 7. I can take this, or I can just Punk Gibson tap something. I kind of want to hold the Punk Gibson so he can't bounce whatever I tapped. Go 2 Dawn on leader. Attack for 7. And I do use the Punk Gibson here, and I tap the Veggie in hopes that like he doesn't have, like, he's bouncing into a green card. It just made the most sense to me. But he does top deck a Law, or unless, I don't think he searched up Bonney. Yeah, he didn't, so he just top decks a Law. So unfortunate. But that was kind of our only opportunity to use the Punk Gibson, so we are both full on board. But I am able to kind of fight for board more efficiently than him because I have the Okiku. So we'll go 1 Dawn on Okiku, attack for 6 at life, and rest his Law blocker. Kind of just want to chew up resources if he wants to defend the blocker. We'll go 1 Dawn lead, attack for 6. He'll counter for 1. And my board is honestly kind of clogged by all these Izos because he will not swing at them, but we might as well make use of them and just start attacking with them. He'll use a blocker to defend for that swing. We'll swing again. He'll use another blocker. We'll attack with our Law. He'll use a restand Law to counter out, and we'll just pass it back. Leave 2 out for the Punk Gibson. Hopefully he doesn't have another blocker Law to punish us for tapping something, you know. Goes 1 Dawn lead, attacks my life for 6. We'll probably counter out of this. It's an easy counter. Plays down a Rush Luffy, and then a Brook. Gives 2 Dawn to the Rush Luffy. Attacks my life for 8. I feel like it's almost worth taking this, and then waiting if he attacks again for the Punk Gibson. So we actually get value off the Punk Gibson. And nope, he just takes the Luffy back. Interesting. So we know, I think he is, oh no, he played the Brook, so we think that's all we know in hand right now. Unless I'm not keeping well enough track. We'll go 2 Dawn and Izo, attack for 5. Just hoping he'll rest the Law blocker for us, and then we can put the rest of our swings into it. But he doesn't, he takes that life. We'll go 1 Dawn on Okiku, and we'll just tap the Law blocker now. He takes that life as well. We'll go 1 Dawn on our leader, or not. 2 Dawn on leader. We're probably just going to start attacking life now because he has to defend life. Blocks with Veggie. And at this point I'm like, man, whatever. I just all in with the Law blocker. Just the way he's playing, it doesn't seem like he has much counter, and he does concede there. And we'll go in for the rematch. This time we get to go second, and we draw double Okiku. I'm just gonna keep it, because Okiku is a menace if we get to play turn 1 against Law. He plays Nami, grabs a 2k counter Brook, and we get to do the most messed up shit in this game. Turn 1 Okiku against Law. I feel like Okiku got stronger against Law since OP02 because they don't play pistol anymore. And yeah, turn 1 Okiku was always strong against Law because their next turn they're on 3 and they can't even pistol you. But yeah, it's really messed up now because they really don't have a good answer to Okiku. And we also grab a Yamato, which is crazy. We tap the Nami, and swinging it with our Okiku. Tap the Chopper, and swing at the Chopper. And it's not looking good for your boy. This is, I'm telling you, the best early game ever. We do have another Okiku if he outs this one. We also have Krieg, which we could play on curve if we wanted to. I don't know if we will. He plays his Bonney. I imagine he's tapping it. Yeah, he does tap it. And he does play pistol, so he could out my Okiku. Well, not this turn. I just realized he used 2 Dawn, yeah. But he did find the answer, which is good. Maybe a little bit late, because I already took two characters off his field, and I am going to clear the Bonney next turn, so. He swings 6 of my life, I'm just going to take. And he passes it back. We'll go Don Okiku, attack at Bonney, tap the chopper. Clear the chopper with our leader. We'll just swing 6 at life. And we'll play down another Okiku and a Toki, and we'll pass. So yeah, he found the pistol, but he gave me time to redevelop another Okiku, so... Yeah, this is kind of how Law really hard loses this matchup, is that if, you know, you have this curve going second as Kinemon, and they just don't have the answers, because it's very hard. So he jet pistols, I think, the wrong Okiku. Should have just jet pistoled the untapped one, so he could have at least swung at it. But it's okay. Swings 5 at life, I will counter. I don't know how much I need to, I probably could just take a lot of my life, but... Probably, I think we're on 8 Dawn now, so we can develop our Odin this turn. We'll just swing baseline at his life. Takes 2 of them. And counters out of the last one. We'll just play our Odin and pass it back. Plays down a Nami. And he picks up a Red Hawk. I know some people have been playing Red Hawk in Law. I think it's good. It's good in Zoro. It's like you play that, or you play Punk Gibson, or you play Jet Pistol. I feel like that slot can be taken up by any of those. I'm playing Punk Gibson right now. I've tested Pistol as well. They've all felt fine. I feel like every time I play with the one of Punk Gibson, it's always in my life, and I always just think that's funny. Like, I'm just a sacker every time. But we finally let the Okiku go because we got the Odin down. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I should probably test Red Hawk. I just don't have them in person, so I haven't, done that yet. But I know it's good. I know it's solid. Good against Zoro. We'll play Yamato, tap his Blocker Law. We're just gonna probably do a whole bunch of swings into Blocker Law. I'll counter for 1. We'll go 1 Dawn lead. Attack it again for 6. He'll block with Beji. We'll attack our Odin into the Law. He'll block with Chopper. I'll restand the Odin. Attack again into the Law. And he does counter out of that. But he's in a pretty grave situation. He can't really go for game anytime soon. We still have the Punk Gibson up, which could let us clear more, but we're probably just going for game next turn. So, yeah. Turn 1 Okiku. Pretty good. Hopefully, hard plays another Blocker Law. Then uses his effect to play a Brook instead of the Vista. Gives 2 Dawn to his lead. I just don't think there's a route for him back into this game, honestly. He goes 4 Dawn on his lead. And I lied. Goes 5 Dawn on his lead. Attacks Odin. We have the Punk Gibson up, so this is an easy defend. We can tap the Brook. And he passes it back with 2 up. And we know he has the Red Hawk, so... still think we'll be able to go for game. We'll attack for 6 with Yamato. Probably should have put 1 Dawn on the other Yamato, because it could have been Jet Pistol if he triggers it off life. And he blocks with Law and just lets it go. And then we'll swing again with our other Yamato for 6. And he takes that hit. Just gonna swing 5 with Leader, because no reason to really do anything else. He'll count it for 1. We just want to tax his hand, and then we can just go huge on the Odin twice. So we'll go 7 Dawn on Odin, attack for 15. He has to block, and then we'll just restand Odin and attack for game. Well, thank you guys for watching.